The path of knowledge is the way to Jannah. The path of knowledge is the way to Jannah. Jannah.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidil Mursaleen. Amma ba'd, fa'a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. As-salatu wassalamu alayka ya Rasulallah, wa ala alika wa ashabika ya Habiballah. As-salatu wassalamu alayka ya Nabiyallah, wa ala alika wa ashabika ya Nurallah. On the authority of Imam al-Muslim, the narration coming from Abdurrahman bin Sakharin, as for the one who sent one durood to the Holy Prophet, our beloved, the Master, the cool of our heart, the peace of our mind, Allah Rabbul Izzat wal Jalal will shower him with 10 special mercies. Viewers of Madani channel, we are back again to the episode of the path of knowledge. Now we are going again to expound from the Quran. Many verses of the Quran guides us to the importance of knowledge. I think if we want to scrutinize knowledge, how it comes from the Quran, we can get amazed. Knowledge with its form, the word Ain, Lam, Mim, and its derivation, Allama, Alim, Alim, Ulima, wa hakada, Ta'lim, wa hakada. Anything which have got to do with the ilm, many times the word ilm and something which have got to do with the ilm is coming from the Quran. But nevertheless, in the previous episode, we did mention one of the verses whereby Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned the superiority of knowledge. We said that we shall start with the verses of the Quran, then inshallah in a later stage we're going to listen also to the hadith, then at a later stage again we're going to listen to the saying of the Sahaba. In the later stage, we are going to listen to the sayings of the Tabi'in on the importance of knowledge. So without wasting much of our time, the last verse which we stopped, it came from Surah Al-Imran, verse number 18, whereby Rabbul Izzat wal Jalal give the Shahada. Rabbul Izzat wal Jalal said that Allah Rabbul Izzat wal Jalal bear witness, testifies that there is none worthy of worship besides Him. And the second one to testify is the angels. And the third is again the people of knowledge. That is the order which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put it that way. That the first one to testify is Jalla wa Allah, Him the best of the testifier. Then the second one, He put the angel. Then the third one, He put the people of knowledge. لِيُجِلَّهُمْ. That is only they were put there in liyujillahum, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed them, to elevate their status, to show their status in as far as the ordinary people who does not have got knowledge is concerned. So we say that from this verse, we are going to derive some sub-virtues only based in this verse. So the virtue number one, which we are deriving from this verse, inshallah we shall talk many virtues, but we are still on this verse. Before we conclude and wind it up on this verse, let us try to listen to many virtues which we can derive only from this verse. The virtue number one is that istishhaduhum, the fact that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make shahada, that He make them to testify, duna ghayrihim, that He did not select anybody beside the scholars. Hada fadl, that is only to show the virtues of Him. That from the human beings, Rabbul Izzat wal Jalal, He selected the people of knowledge. Wathani, number two, another sub-virtue which we can get from this virtue, the main virtue that they were put together to testify in the court of Rabbul Izzat wal Jalal, where in the big three was mentioned, Allah Rabbul Izzat wal Jalal separately, then the angels. Now the sub-virtue again, iqtiranu shahadatihim, that Allah Rabbul Izzat wal Jalal made the testifying, their testifying, to be put together with the testifying of Rabbul Izzat wal Jalal. The testifying, it's like where there is a contract, then the signature is put, then another signature is put, then they will tell you to put your signature. That is to show that you are valued. Rabbul Izzat al-Jalal put their testification together with the testification of angel and together with his testification. This also is a virtue enough to show the importance of knowledge. وَالثَّالِثُ, the virtue number 3, اقترانها, that it was joined. اقتران, yani qareen, something joined. Yani qareen, اقترانها, to join it, that is the shahada. بشهادة ملائكته, that after he joined it with his shahada, Allah Rabbul Izzat al-Jalal joined it with the shahada of the angel. Allah Rabbul Izzat al-Jalal joined the shahada of the ulama with the shahada of his, the testification of his. Then he joined again now to the testification of the angel. لِيُجِلَّهُمْ. All this, it is to show the importance of knowledge and the people of knowledge. وَالرَّابِعِ, and the fourth one, the sub-virtue which we derive from this virtue, أَنَّ فِي ضَمْنِ هَذَا, from this, for putting the ulama, ilm in knowledge, only in this, tazkiyatahum, it is to show that the scholars, they are clean, yani tazkiyah, to purify them. So this is an adab, that's why you find that we respect our scholars too much. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless all the scholars. May Allah Rabbul Izzat al-Jalal guide them and guide us through our scholars. May Rabbul Izzat al-Jalal shower special mercy to the scholars. That's why you find that whenever a scholar passes, when the name is mentioned, we say Rahmatullahi alayhi. We respect even if he's gone. Okay, we just have got to respect. When he's alive, when the scholar comes, we stand up in his respect. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put a tazkiyah, that why am I saying tazkiyah? I'm going to explain that why we saying that the scholars, they are purified, they are pure. Actually, we are not taking them from being human beings. They are human beings. But we are saying that the knowledge which they have got, knowledge is something, al-ilmu nur. Now, that's why we're saying that they have got now a special status by them having knowledge. Why? I'm going to explain. فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ, indeed Allah Rabbul Izzat al-Jalal, لَا يَسْتَشْهَدُ, he does not make witness, he does not testify, min khalqihi, with his creation, from his creation, إِلَّا الْعُدُولِ, except people who are just. In any court, have you ever heard of a court in this dunya that the witness, you go and take a witness which is a criminal, that witness is not taken? Any court, the witness must be just. Let's go to the Islamic terminology. The one who must cite them on, we take it for somebody who is just, not from a fasiq. Somebody who, the witness in Sharia, they must be just, they must be udul in the Sharia, in our day-to-day activity. In the court, the qad, in the Islamic terminology, the qad, whenever he wants to take witness, he will take the witness from people who are just. That is the secret or the principle of witness, that any witness who must bear a witness, he must be just. So this is how we do in our court. We select the people who are good to give to give witness. So what about Allah Rabbul Izzat al-Jalal? If we select ourselves the best, Rabbul Izzat al-Jalal, you only select what is the best. So he selected the ulama. This is to show that the ulama are just. They are just in whatever they do. They are not biased. They are pious. They are not biased, but they are pious. They are just. Al-udul, the udul, yani the just of the true scholars of Ahl-Sunnah wal Jama'ah. It can be derived from this. وَمِنْهُ الْأَثَرُ الْمَعْرُوفُ النَّبِيِّ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمَ. There is an hadith to this fact, which shows the justiceness, the justice nature of the scholars, that يَحْمِلُ هَذَا الْعِلْمَ مِنْ كُلِّ خَلَفٍ عُدُولُهُ, that this knowledge is going to be carried by those people who are going to success after the pious generation, the udul, the just one. These people, this knowledge is going to be carried on the shoulders of those scholars who are just after the pious predecessors. يَنْفُونَ عَنْهُ تَحْرِيفَ الْغَالِينَ. They are going to negate all the excess which the people of wickedness have put in the religion. They are going to negate all of them. وَانْتِحَالَ الْمُبْتِلِينَ, and the swerving away which the other people they were doing from the religion. These people are just, they're going to make it straight again. وَتَأَوِيلَ الْجَاهِلِينَ, and they are going to give nice explanation from away from those explanations which the ignorance were given. This is one of the hadith which is narrated to the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Okay, another point again, وَلَا خَامِسُ, another point, the fifth point, a sub-virtue which we are deriving from this main virtue is that أنه تعالى رب العزة والجلال indeed وصفهم بكونهم أولو العلم. Listen attentively. Allah Rabbul Izzat wal Jalal said in this verse to the people of knowledge, He said, Ulul ilmi, the possessors of knowledge, the owners of knowledge. What are we learning from there? We are learning in this dunya that each and everything in this dunya which a human being boasts with, it is not of his. Each and everything which we boast with in this dunya, it is not for you. For example, the car which we boast with, the Mercedes Benz, the Lamborghinis, any cars which we drive fast, which we protrude, which we put our chest in front because we possess it, it is not yours. Why? Because if you die today, tomorrow the car is going to be inherited. Sahih? Sahih amla. This is true. Authentic. You die, it is going to be inherited. Except knowledge. Knowledge is for you. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Ulul ilm, the possessor of knowledge. It is theirs. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala won't take it away from them. It will be theirs in this dunya. It will be theirs in the qabr. It is theirs in the hereafter. Knowledge will become something which they possess forever. Imam Shafi'i rahmatullahi ta'ala alayhi said in a poem. Imam Shafi'i rahmatullahi ta'ala alayhi said in a poem, Radina qismat al-jabbari fina. We are pleased with the distribution of phase which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does to us. We are pleased with how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala distributed His things on His creations. We are pleased. How Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala distributed His phase upon us. We are pleased with that. How Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the boons. We are pleased with that. Imam Shafi'i said, Lana al-ilm, to us, people like him, of course, Lana al-ilm, we are the possessors of knowledge. They are the possessors of knowledge. Walil a'da'i, but the people who are not Muslims, yani the enemies of Allah Rabbul Izzat wal Jalal, malun, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give them money. He give them wealth. Just look how rich Qarun was. How rich Qarun was. But despite the fact, Imam Shafi'i is boasting in these couplets, and he said that Radina qismat al-jabbari fina, we are pleased with the distribution of Allah's phase, how He distributed His bones, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, these boons, we are pleased with it. Lana al-ilm, He made us to be the possessors of knowledge. Walil a'da, and to His enemy, malun, He gave them wealth, no matter. Let them give that wealth. Why? For innal mala, for verily we know, the knowledge which He gave us made us to realize that for innal mala, that indeed wealth, yafna an qaribin, it will finish away. Indeed wealth will finish away. It won't stay forever. You were born poor, you are going to die without anything. You are born without anything, you die without anything. The poet said, وَبِقَبْضِ الطِّفْلَ عِنْدَ الْمِلَادِ, the baby is born gripping his fist. شَهَادَةٌ عَلَى حِرْصِ الْإِنسَانِ فِي الْحَيَاةِ. This is to show how greedy a human being is in the life. وَبِبَسْطِهَا عِنْدَ الْمَمَاتِ. But at the time when the human being dies, he spread his fist. Shahada, it's a proof for each and everyone to show that a human being is coming without anything in this dunya. Lana al-ilm, that's why Imam Shafi said, for us is knowledge. Walil juhala, but to the ignorance, to the enemies of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, malun, they were given money. Then he said, fa innal mala, we know that verily wealth, yafna an qarib, it will finish quickly. It will finish very soon. You spend money, it is finishing. There is a comparison which was made for knowledge and wealth. We shall talk to it later on, but I just want to prove this fact which we heard that ulul ilm, they are the possessors of knowledge. That's where we are. Allah Rabbul Izzat wal Jalal said to them in Surah Imran, ulul ilm, the possessors of knowledge, it's theirs. He didn't say that He borrowed them knowledge, He was going to take it away from them. No, it is from theirs. So we say that ilm, there we show that it is valuable more than anything else. Inshallah, I shall explain this. We now be explaining poetry, and we now be explaining some ahadith. But for now, let us say that we heard that knowledge, it is everlasting. Then he says now, to prove it like the clear sun in a clear moonlight. The clear moon in a clear, only when the moon is coming, it will become clear. It is said, وَإِنَّ الْعِلْمَ يَبْقَى لَا يَزَالُ. Then he said, وَإِنَّ الْعِلْمَ يَبْقَى لَا يَزَالُ. Knowledge will last forever and it will not go away. Money, it will finish. Knowledge, it won't finish. Then, again, if we want to make a comparison of knowledge with money, there are 10 things which you must bear in mind. The first one is, al-ilm yahrusuka wa anta tahrusul mal. Knowledge protect you, but yourself, you must protect your money. Money does not protect you. Yourself, you must protect your money. But knowledge will protect you. If you've got money, wealth, you must look for a guard to guard your wealth. Nobody will look for a guard to guard his knowledge, no. But the knowledge itself, it becomes the guard of himself. Just look how beautiful knowledge is. We cannot compare it with money. Yafna an qarib, money will finish. Wala ilmun baqin la yazal. Number 2, al-ilm yazidu bin nafaqa. Knowledge increase by you teaching knowledge, by giving it to others. Wal mal, but money yanqusu bin nafaqa. It decreases by spending. For example, let's say I have got $1,000. If I give, the $1,000 is going to finish. But if I'm mentioning this ahadith, this verses, this poetry, it is becoming strong to me. It's like when it bounces back to me, it's a tennis ball. I throw it to the wall, it will bounce back to me. So this knowledge again, when you're teaching it, it increases more. This is to show the importance of knowledge. That's why Rabbul Izzat wal Jalal said this clearly in this verse, that ulul ilm, the possessor of knowledge, that is the only thing which a human being can possess forever and ever. And you won't worry for the thief that it can come and steal it away from you. It is from you. If people kill you, you will die with your knowledge. It will go with you. It won't stay with you, but your wealth, you will leave it behind for people to inherit it. Then another poet said, Al-jahiluna famauta qabla mautihim. The ignorant people, they are dead even before their death. They are dead even before their death. لأن الجهل, because ignorance is death itself. Now to come back to this verse, Rabbul Izzat wal Jalal pointed to us beautifully that these people, they are called ulul ilm, the possessors of knowledge. That the knowledge is with them, that is their knowledge. Rabbul Izzat wal Jalal, annahu, Rabbul Izzat wal Jalal verily, wasafahum, he described them, he described these people, that they are, bikawnihim ulul ilm, that they are the possessors of this true knowledge. Wahada, this point only, yadullu ala ikhtisasihim bih, that knowledge is ikhtisasihim bih, that it is for them, to single out, to make khususiyya, that this knowledge is only for them, not for the people who does not have, that's only for them. Laisa bimusta'arin lahum, it is not borrowed for them, it is theirs, the knowledge. Wasadisu, and another sub-virtue which we derive from the verse, this verse, Shahid Allah. We said that we are going to derive many virtues only from a single virtue, just from the single verse of the Quran. Just imagine how important knowledge is. Only if one verse is carrying such many virtues. How come are we deriving this many virtues? We know that in Quran, the Holy Quran, it's a mu'jiza. The Quran, it's a miracle. One verse can contain encyclopedia and encyclopedia of meaning. This is such type of verse. Whereby if we start to have got ilm al-badi', to start the knowledge of rhetoric, the knowledge of ilm al-ma'ani, the ilm al-badi', we will come with many things. We will come with how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala uses some words only to show us the meaning of knowledge. As-sadisu, the sixth one is, annahu subhanahu wa ta'ala, that Rabbul Izzat wal Jalal is tashhada bi nafsihi, he start to give testimony, he himself, by he himself. The first one to give testimony is who? Rabbul Izzat wal Jalal. Pay attention and listen attentively. Wa huwa ajallu shahidin. No one is better in giving testimony than Allah Rabbul Izzat wal Jalal. Wa huwa ajallu shahid. Rabbul Izzat wal Jalal is the best one to give witness. ثُمَّ بِخِيَارِ خَلْقِهِ. Then he selected the best from his creation. Which is the best from his creation? وَهُمُ الْمَلَائِكَتُهُ. None other than his angel. وَعُلَمَاءُ مِنْ عِبَادِهِ. Then from his servants, from the children of Adam, he selected only the scholars. This is to show that ilm, knowledge is a fix. وَيَكْفِيهِمْ بِهَذَا فَضْلًا وَشَرَفًا. It is enough to single out with the scholars that ذَهَبَ بِشَرَفِ الدُّنْيَا وَكَرَامَةِ الْآخِرَةِ. They are gone away in the highway of virtue in this dunya as well in the hereafter. It's a virtue enough to show the importance of knowledge. May Rabbul Izzat wal Jalal grant us the understanding. Let us try now to give some poem to cement it. You know, when there's a building, we put some bricks, but there is need of some cement to cement that brick so that it be strong. Inshallah, for now, I want to give some poems which shows the importance of knowledge. There is a poem which is said, وَفِي الْجَهَلِ قَبْلَ الْمَوْتِ. For as for the people who are ignorant before they are dead, it's certain in this dunya. وَفِي الْجَهَلِ قَبْلَ الْمَوْتِ. As for the people who are ignorant before they die, مَوْتٌ لِأَهْلِهِ. They are dead already before we put them in the coffin. They are dead whilst they are walking. You know, they are dead whilst they are walking. فَأَجْسَادُهُمْ قَبْلَ الْقُبُورِ قُبُورِ. Their body, it's a grave, it's a qabr. Their body, the soul of an ignorant man, it is in the qabr of his body. That is it mean. That whilst he is moving around, he is dead. Why? Because there's an hadith whereby the Holy Prophet ﷺ said, مَثَلُ الَّذِي يَذْكُرُ رَبَّهُ وَالَّذِي لَا يَذْكُرُهُ مَثَلُ الْحَيِّ وَالْمَيِّتِ. The example of the one who remember Allah Rabbul Izzat wal Jalal and the one who does not remember Allah Azza wa Jal is like that one of a living person and a dead person. That's why the poet, they were taking that meaning from the Holy Prophet ﷺ. They started to say that a jahal, an ignorant man, is dead. Why? Because he does not have knowledge. Then the poet further goes on, say in the second verse, وَإِنَّ امْرَأً لَمْ يَحْيَا بِالْعِلْمِ مَيِّتٌ وَلَيْسَ لَهُ حِينًا نُشُورٌ نُشُورٌ. And a person who does not possess knowledge is a dead body, and there is no resurrection in terms of rewards and blessings for him when his resurrection will occur. That is that to show again the disastrous of ignorance and the blessings of knowledge. Again, another poet said, أَخُ الْعِلْمِ حَيٌّ خَالِدٌ بَعْدَ مَوْتِهِ. أَخُ الْعِلْمِ, the possessor of knowledge, حَيٌّ is alive, خَالِدٌ everlasting, بَعْدَ مَوْتِهِ even after his death. The person of knowledge. Just look Imam al-Bukhari. He's gone already. But everybody, it's like we are staying with al-Bukhari. In our tongues, we are not exhausted to mention al-Bukhari. Whenever a hadith is mentioned, make sure that if it is not found in al-Bukhari, then something else. Many times al-Bukhari, but al-Bukhari is gone. The people of knowledge, hayyun, they are like alive even if they are gone. Even if after their demise, the people of knowledge. وَأَوْصَالُهُ تَحْتَ التُّرَابِ الرَّمِيمِ. Despite even if the bones of a scholar, if somebody with knowledge, despite the fact that if the bones get rotten in the qabr, but the fact that his knowledge is with us, he's still alive. That is again to show the importance of knowledge. And another poet said, وَذُو الْجَهَلِ. That is the same poet. He continued and said, وَذُو الْجَهَلِ مَيْتٌ. وَذُو الْجَهَلِ مَيْتٌ. In another word, وَذُو جَهَلِ مَيِّتٌ with a tashdid. You can say مَيْتٌ or مَيِّتٌ with a tashdid. وَذُو جَهَلِ مَيِّتٌ وَهُوَ يَمْشِي عَلَى الثَّرَى. And the one with ignorance, he is dead whilst he is moving in the surface of the earth. We said the scholar, even though he is buried there in the qabr, he is still alive. Why? His teaching is alive. And this ignorant person, even though he is moving on the surface of this dunya, he is like dead. Because he's not benefiting anybody. Nobody is recognizing him. He is like an ordinary person. Nothing to get from him. Nothing to get from him. If he's buried, then his tana is gone with him. يَظُنُّ مِنَ الْأَحْيَاءِ وَهُوَ عَدِيمٌ. People, they are thinking that is alive, but is non-existing. Imam al-Bukhari is mentioned in the previous episode. He have got in Sahih al-Bukhari, whereby he put the things, babun, 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 chapter, chapter. There is a chapter, which is called Babul Ilm, chapter that knowledge precedes action and sayings. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us understand and try to follow what is best. Ameen bijahi nabi.
The path of knowledge is the way to Jannah. The path of knowledge is the way to Jannah.